Hey y'all, what's up? My name is Tom Mizzle. You watch my channel Mizzle 14, and I'm here doing a review of Queen Sugar Season 4, Episode 4. Let's jump right into it because it was another good episode. Alright, so how I'm going to do it like I did last time, I'm going to break it down by characters because it's easier for me to do the review. Alright, so we do Ralph Angel. So Ralph Angel plan is to do a re-entry program that's after named after his father. So they call it Ernest Re-entry Program, and basically it's help people who I think who had been like have records or something like that to get back in the workforce and to do something to stay their mind to work and not to be back in trouble, not to be in a law firm, not whatever, to stay out of trouble, to work in the form. So it's called a re-entry program. It's re-entering them back in the workforce. So he was getting stuff together. He worked with his close guy Bennett because he was part of the program that the parole officer gave him to, and he said, "Can you work with this guy? Do this." So Bennett been working with Ralph Angel. So he went to Aunt Vi's diner to get pies and stuff because she was preparing stuff for him and for his program. So he talked to the people there. One person said, "Is the pay gonna be good?" So like that, because you know how some pay is not good and all that stuff like that. And he said, "Are you looking for office jobs? Then you could go somewhere else." But what I know how it is that at the first 6 months, most of y'all have to be on way here. And he said what he's planning to do is make sure that you won't be that stigma. It's like that to break that stigma of not being past 6 months. So he tried to do best as he can to make sure things is well. So he got applications and pies for them. They say you could have said with pies, so we was down with you in the first place. I was like, oh, they take us some pies. So that's what it was, that. And all right, from there, Bennett asked Ralph Angel a personal question. Ralph Angel said, "Appreciate you being there for me. I like your hard work. You do a lot for me, and I appreciate that." He said, "No big deal." So he said, "Can I ask you a personal question? Don't take an offense to it." So I said, "Okay, what is it?" And he said, "Is it true about you and Blue?" And you know, Ralph Angel started about to get like in the fence about that. He said, what you heard?" He said, "I know I'm not mean no offense, I don't mean no harm about that, but I just want to know, like, you not Blue's not yours and stuff, and I want to let you know that I appreciate a brother like you who does that, because my biological never stepped up with what you have been doing for Blue. So I'm honored to work with a brother who's doing the right thing." And I said, I love that. And I see, he got two reaffirmations from people, from Bennett and from Mr. Proctor, to say that what you doing is not wrong. Yes, Noah put your business out there, and it's fucked up that she still did that, and I'm still mad that she did that. But at the end of the day, you was doing what you most people who don't do that for their own children, make all these kids and don't raise their kids. So here you love Blue for the death, even though you're not the father, you still raising Blue as yourself, and Blue will appreciate that. So it's like you should not be ashamed that you are doing the thing that you supposed to do, because Blue needs the father in his life, and you is there, and Blue only knows you as his father. So that was that. So he dapped up Mr. Bennett. He dapped up Bennett and said that's cool and everything. And then later on, Ralph Angel met with Darla. Darla was crying because she read the book. She read the book and she read the chapter on her. And I'll explain a little bit about. I'll explain Darla next. On her. And she said she wrote about me. She wrote about me. She wrote the thing. What happened? And she fell in his arm and she started crying. Alright. So Darla, we get a scene when Darla was sitting on the floor and her boyfriend that she was dealing with, who also another recovering person, bought vinyl records. And she said, "You did all this, why you just consider me a playlist?" He said, "Playlist? That playlist is not good. There's no capture the essence of what how vinyl music catches. It captures the real moments of the song and stuff." So he was talking and talking. She said, "Okay, all right, I got it. We just do it, and it's compare." And he got up, they got up, and they started dancing. But she felt uneasy. I said, "That what's going on, daughter?" But she was looking down and looking at the book, like she was really wanting to know what's going on in that book. So she was very uneasy by looking down and watching that. Right? So she got a chance and read the chapter. She got with the chapter, I think it was around chapter 8, called The Fallen Star. I don't know how she thought that chapter about her, but I guess she had a sense of urgency to think that that was her chapter, because The Fallen Star. So basically, Nova wrote about how Darla was strung out on drugs and stuff like that, and she was laid out, cigarettes and drugs on her, with her baby child Blue on her, cracked, messed out, strung out, and her baby there, and they got found. So like that, she wrote about that, and also I think she wrote about her stealing to get to feed her addiction and stuff like that. So she wrote about that thing. So she's pretty upset about that. So she ran to Nova's house. Like everybody who read the chapter, Nova ran to Nova, except for Vi. Nova came to Vi that she found out what happened. But she ran over. She said, "How can you do this? How you wrote about me or something?" So Nova said, "Listen, no, don't little trip. I didn't use your name. Nobody know it's you. I used a fake name." I said, "If you go use a fake name for Darla, why you didn't use a fake name for everybody else? Or you made up a fake capitalization so people don't know it's your family, but you use your family name specifically, but you took Darla name out of it. Like I don't understand that." So she said she didn't use Darla name, but she said it doesn't matter. I know what's in it. You use my information and it's me. And anybody in St. Joe's will know it's me. With the right brain will figure out that's me. All that stuff. She said, "No, I did it because I'm gonna show that you show persistent, you show perseverance and stuff like that. That you have strong, you resilient, you push through all that stuff." Basically saying all that good words that she was trying to encourage Darla, the reason why she wrote the book and why she would give people a chance. But she started saying, "I don't give a damn about the world. You write about me, and you don't think how to think about me. You don't think how about Blue. You didn't consider Blue feelings. How Blue would feel out when he Blue would read or find out how he think about his mom and after reading this or whatever." And all that stuff. So Noah was trying to encourage her Darla, but Darla just ran away and said, "No, don't touch me. Don't you ever come near me or Blue again." Ralph Angel told her she don't have any rights to Blue anymore. So it is what it is. So Darla's out the equation. And that's what she ran out. She started breaking down, crying. And this will, I don't know, this story will break Darla because you know how Darla worked so hard to get to better herself, to be her new self. So now with this coming out and she reads that she knows about her, like how people gonna know about her old Darla, how against the new Darla, and she can't take that. So this might relapse this girl again. And hopefully she can be strong enough to not get to that point where she gotta drink again, because she's been sober for a while and get her life together. So that was that. All right. So next I'll go with Charlie, right? So Charlie is doing different things, right? At first she was at the clinic with Romero. You know, that makeshift clinic that Romero came about that he wanted to do, and so for the migrant workers. And Charlie said she got a space. She would give him the space where he get the workers, and they could get it happening. So they got the clinic up, and it's all done in there. It's not enough clientele, but he said it's gonna take time for people to get used to know things, just like that. But she said it's a safe space. Don't you know it's a safe space? It's a safe spot. They know all this like that. But he said yes, it does take a minute, but it will get there. We will get the people working, but let's get it up and running. So that was that. So Micah came in, and Charlie introduced Micah and Romero. They shook hands, and she just told Romero did this, Romero did that, all that stuff. And he said, "Oh, that's nice, all that craziness." So that was that. And he said, "Nice to finally meet you, Micah," and stuff. She didn't introduce Romero as a boyfriend yet, but she just introduced Romero as a good worker, a good doctor, and stuff like that. So that was that. So later on, Charlie get a text with Davis. And David said, "I got a surprise for Micah. Can I come through?" She said, "Sure." All that stuff. So before she got to sit down with who was it? I think Vicky. That's the person she was dealing with, like Vicky. And Vicky sat down and told her the plans that the Landrys is doing. Landry's is doing. Basically, Landry's has had this federal project that's going on that would trump over that state project they was gonna do with this prison, because the prison went shut down because Charlie spearheaded that and shut down that prison. So they gave up that idea. So they went to something bigger. So that's why they gave up so easily with the prison. They didn't fight harder after they got shut down, because they say, "You know what, we got something bigger." So what they plan to do is that they found this land and they said, "Okay, what's going on?" And it's an unused land that was not that is going to be there, unused land, and they're going to build a highway, and the highway is going to be cutting through the land, basically is part of the Borderlands land and stuff like that. So that's gonna be a trouble because they're gonna cut through Ralph Angel land that he's building workers for, and he's doing this, the land that her family land as well. So that's what's troubling. And she also found out they was giving her false minutes because the minutes that she was given was not the minutes that it was not really actually portraying what exactly are they doing. And now she realized what exactly they're doing because they really going behind people back and really playing this federal thing. So this could be a bigger thing, and they really putting on this eggs, and that was that. So later on, she met with the councilwoman Isabella. Remember, she was in the first episode when Vi opened the diner, and she met her, and that's what our councilwoman said that the Landry's funding her, so like that. And so Francie was funding her campaign and stuff. So she's happy about that. But now the councilwoman met with Charlie and tell Charlie that she's stepping down because Jacob is the one who's to be running as councilwoman, and they putting everything behind Jacob. They said, why he don't have enough shares as me, and he getting the freaking spearhead and being councilwoman? Why they backing him up like that? And she realized, because they back him up fully, and he becomes the councilwoman or councilman, and stuff like that. They won't argue him, and they plan will further get approved faster because he won't be rejecting any plans. So it will be fall along with them having him as the forefront, the councilman. So I said, oh, so Councilwoman Isabella, she said she gonna step down because she said this is a fight she cannot win. And not Nova, Charlie, you need to pick your battles. You need to know when to fight, when to fold, and this one is not to fold because you don't. What do you think? Why the the prison thing fell out? She said, well, I will fight for the prison. I go fight for this, and if I did, you know how to help work with the prison. It could work well for this one. She said no. You know, the state thing was a state. The prison was a state thing. This highway is a federal thing. They got more money in deep pockets going to this thing than they did in the prison. That's why they let that prison thing go. So like that. So that was that. So they put in this deep pockets in it, and since then I can't fight this. So I'm backing down, and I go ahead. No, Charlie would say, no, do this. Let's work together. Let's fight this. We could get this. We could break down. We could tear down this project. And she said, no, they got deep pockets in this, and they're gonna be relentless. They're gonna be ruthless in getting this thing happening. That highway is gonna happen, and they not gonna stop. And you can't stop the federal thing. Once it go federal, that's harder to fight, Charlie, unless you got the right proper channels. So the Landry is going in with this, and when having Jacob as a foreperson, it's gonna be making their plans easier. So Charlie went to do what Charlie do best and go confront Francis, because Francis Charlie supposed to have this freaking alliances. But I still don't trust her. Like I said in my last reviews in the last season 3, I don't trust that lady. She is very sneaky, and I could tell. So they was talking, and she was like, what is about this bogus money y'all giving me, and y'all trying to do some highways? I said, listen, you trying to cut me on land? I'm not having that. She said, oh, darling, if you look at the thing, it come through my properties too, so I'm losing some shares too. But it could benefit for both of us, because we both get a part of this, be part of the board, and we both gonna get shares out of it. So look at the money we gonna make. And she said, don't you think I will work so hard and think I wanna let this happen? I fight too hard for my people to get what they want. It's for you to throw a highway in it. She said, oh, darling, no, listen. 40 years ago, you wouldn't even be walking around here. It would be taking a while to get drink of water or something like that around this land. But now you walking down this field like you own the place. I said, bitch, you got some nerve. You going there? Okay, all right. She said 40 years ago, you wouldn't even think about having even a step foot in this part. Even trying to drink a glass of water, but you walking here like you own this place. I said, oh, okay. This lady's trying it. So she was like, and I know what your sister wrote in the book. I read the book. And you doing this and all that craziness and all that stuff, and how you all this extra stuff. I forgot the details of what she said, but basically she used her sister words against her. Oh, she said, you don't think you know about me? He said, what you don't know about, like, I fight when I need to get to fight for. And watch what happen when I do to your freaking Jacob if you ever try to cross me. Watch. It will happen. And just walked away. I said, no, Charlie's not having it. Charlie's not having it. So Charlie is home, right? So Davis came and knocked on, ringing the bell. Charlie told Micah to open the door. Michael went open the door, and here come walking Davis and his daughter Tita. Tita. His daughter Tia. All right. And I was saying, oh, I said, Davis, you bold. I said, so this is a surprise you supposed to have for Micah to meet his sister. I said, whatever. But so Davis didn't know that Charlie was there, and Micah didn't know that his mother was there, because his mother was probably came in quiet like a stealth ninja, like she had make no noise. So met Tia, and Charlie was taken aback. She was trying to be nice to save face, but you know deep down inside she is boiling, heated, that he will bring this girl to my house like that. But Tia's innocent, so she knows she can't get mad at Tia. She just mad at what Davis have done and what he had done to break up the family, to mess up the family. So he said, hi, Tia. She said, nice to meet you. She said, I like the name. She said, thank you, I like yours. She said, it's a nickname. It's short for Charlotte. I said, okay, nice. And David said, we have a dinner going. We have a breakfast the next day. It's family breakfast. You could come through, have a family thing, and I also have another announcement. I said, you with his announcements? And she said, no, I'm good. And she said, oh, you have enough announcements already. You did enough of that. I said, oh, Charlie's getting spicy and snappy with this guy, Davis. So I said, he's very clueless. So Micah said, Tia, it's a good chance to get to know your sister. I said, can you, Micah said, Tia, you want to get a glass of soda or something like that? She said, fine. Get to know his sister. And he said, well, do you think you know Tia is innocent? She said, don't you think I know that? Yes, I know that. But what the problem is, you held the secret for 13 years, and you just now telling me about this, and now you expecting me to be all the good stuff or whatever, mother, somebody who will be there to take care of the child and like that. It's your responsibility. You take care of Tia. It's not my responsibility. I'm not taking care of her, and I'm babysitting her like that. If she come around, she could bond with his her brother, but that's all about it. It's your responsibility. So you look at this Tia. Don't even expect me to do all that. And he said, that is Micah's sister. He said, don't you think I know how biological works? Yes, you know that's Micah's sister, but at the same time, you're not going to spare her or freaking throw her in the corner and put her back in the corner. The fact that, oh, Tia's here, you got to look after Tia. No. It's your daughter. You look after your own daughter. She don't have to do jack for Tia. She could be nice to Tia, so like that, because Tia is innocent. But other than that, it's your responsibility. So you take care of that. And that's she left it at that. I said, oh, heck, go ahead. He did tell her that he retiring to being playing basketball and he gonna be a head coach. She said, oh, good for you. Okay, whatever. And that was that. Then she later dropped off Micah to the breakfast the next day. But Micah went to Nova's book signing thing, and I'll explain that in a minute. And then Micah came home and told Charlie about that, and I'll explain what he told Charlie in a minute. All right. So with Micah and Nova was talking in the beginning, right? And it seemed like Micah is still on Nova's side. He still loves his auntie. I said, it doesn't matter. It's like, that's his auntie. He gonna love her no matter what, whatever. Yes, the family is in odds with her, and he understands that based on what she wrote in the book, but he don't care. He still loves his auntie. And I said, fine. You cannot knock him for loving his auntie. Whatever, at the end of the day. He can't, everybody can't be mad at her. It's like that. Yes, everybody's mad at her, but if he's not mad, let it be. I'm not going to be mad at Michael for doing that. So he loves his auntie, and he going to be there for the big signing event. She hoping that her other family will be there, but she know how it is. And she's just saying that something sometimes happens, and things work out, and look how. I didn't think that after my father did that I had an affair, me, my mother, and my father would ever get to the same point where we get in the same room and we good. She said it takes time, and it's like it didn't happen overnight, but y'all got there. So hopefully she realized that be her thing. Her family's mad at her now, but eventually they would come around and be there, and they come together. So she hoping for that. But then she started crying now, break it down, because hoping that they would not gonna be there and stuff like the book signing, and she wanted them to be there. So she feeling the hurt that they not supporting her as of right now. So she get a call later on. She get a call from Deborah, and based on the New York Times review, she get a 6-week national tour in different cities of her book. I said, damn, she is really going on, and she's happy about that. She's happy about that, even despite her thing with her family. She is very happy that is going on. So at the book signing event, the seat next to Micah was all empty. There was nobody there because during the time she called Ralph Angel didn't call. They answered the phone, and she was like, she left a message. She said, I'm leaving in a couple of days. I'm hopefully be there. So like that. So that's that. So she read an insert from her book. And basically, she did mention about this fishing trip to Remy last season, but she didn't really go too much details about what after happened. She did talk about what happened with the fishing trip and how she didn't really go fishing anymore and stuff like that. She read that when she going fishing with her father, it was one day a fishing trip with her father, they were supposed to get bait. They didn't end up getting bait. She was sitting in the car, and her father came back in the car. He first got out of the car, and he came back with bruises and his knuckles and stuff like that. And basically he fought the 3 guys because apparently the 3 guys wanted to have some sexual advances with Nova, the young daughter. It's like, damn, y'all so sick freaks. And you want to... I'm not going to get into that. So basically they were trying to get at Nova and do sexual advances at Nova and try to sexual molest Nova and stuff like that. But Ernest was not having that, so he fought the guys. Whatever reason. But I guess Ernest knew that was not the end of it. So this is that fishing trip. They never been back to fishing, and he always had to be in close eye and watching Nova. So Nova said she had a secret. One day she always going out at nighttime. She like to take a walk at night, and she saw her father digging a hole. And the hole he did, he threw something in the hole, and I guess it was a person. But she says, and then he buried it. She never mentioned that again. She never mentioned it up. She never brought it up. She never said anything. And since that night, she never saw those guys again. And they never went on a fishing trip again. So that was that. So Micah went to tell Nova and Charlie, his mother, about that insert that she read. Because she didn't know that. Because she put that in the book in the last minute. It's like that because she didn't put it at first. So the copy they got, they didn't get that, but she put it in the last minute of that and for the printout. So when he went to tell Charlie, Charlie realized, because Charlie was in the book looking at the pictures and stuff like that. She was reminiscing. She started smiling and stuff like that. But when Micah came in, she closed the book heavy up and decided to put it down. Like she didn't want Micah to know that she was looking at the book. So Micah told Charlie about that. And then later on, Charlie went to Vi, to the restaurant, and talked to Ralph Angel on Vi about that. Before I go there, on Vi in the beginning, she was freaking out. She didn't want to sleep. She couldn't sleep. She was working on her recipes and stuff like that. She was on edge. And Hollywood was trying to get her to calm down, to get some rest, to relax, don't let this get to you. They said, don't let Jimmy Dale, stuff like that. She said, don't say his name anymore. It's about Nova. He also don't say her name anymore. She was in the restaurant. She freaked out. Rhonda came in. She dropped something by mistake, and she snapped at Rhonda. All that stuff like that. She said, I'm sorry, and stuff like that. And there's a lot going on. She had to prepare the things, the pies for Ralph Angel. And then Ralph Angel came to the back. She said, why you come to the back like you some freaking... What are you coming to the back for? He said, oh, something outside. And basically, it was Nova car outside. And she told Rhonda, go out there and handle that. So Rhonda told Nova, she don't want to see you. And she said, go tell Rhonda. She said, no, listen. She don't want to see you. Let her go. She said this yesterday. She said it the day before. She said it today. It's going to be the same thing tomorrow. She don't want to see you. So let her go and move on. And later on, she told Rhonda, you were doing a good job. She prepared something for Rhonda. Took a break before the lunch routine. And then later on, that's where Charlie, Ralph Angel, and Vi talk. And Charlie talked about Ralph Angel. Told Nova about that thing about what she read about the daddy burying some people. Vi knew something about that, but she don't know exactly the extent of why he did that. She said it's a secret that he did. He probably wanted to take that to the grave and never mention that because I never pushed him on further on that. But she know that since that Fisher trip, he has been watching Nova. He been watching Nova for a hawk watching Nova, and she's never seen that guys again. So since what happened, that was that. But I guess that was his thing to bury to the grave. She said everybody has some secret that needs to bury to the grave, and that's what something you need to have to when you're on the judgment day into the Lord. She said that Jim and Dale was mine, and I guess that the burying of the guys was Ernest. So let it go and let it be, and walked away. She was in a thing, and Aunt Vi started breaking down. She was breaking down, crying, because Hollywood said, "Oh, you could come in the bath." She said, "I'm taking a bath," and she just broke down crying. And I guess it was something about that. I don't know, maybe something for her felt about that passage that Charlie brought to her. I guess something brought up memories, but she torn. And so later on, Nova, oh, I forgot the thing about Chantel. Chantal was a lady that Nova knew in the past. Remember, Nova used to deal with the females. And Chantal saying that, she said, "Oh, Chantal, I didn't think you'd be here." She said, "Oh, you think I would miss it? And I'm proud of you and happy for you. If anything, I'm getting myself together. If you ever want to talk and talk about your family, stuff like that, I'm here." And gave her Nova a kiss. I said, "Damn, right in the open, nobody see that?" I was like, wow. So she said, "You want to talk?" She said, "Cool." So later on, Nova was feeling some type of pain. So like she called Chantal. She said, "I just want to know if," I guess it was a late night. So she said, "I want to know if you want to come and talk to me and stuff like that." She said, "Really know what time it is?" "Yes." "And you know where I live at?" She said, "Yes." "You could have came to me." "No, what we're not gonna do. You always want to do things on your time. This is not gonna work. If you want to talk about your family, if you want to talk about things, I'm cool. I'm here. But it's not gonna go down like that." She said, "You know what? Forget it. I forgot to sorry, I'll call you," and hang up. I guess Noah was about to start her national tour, so she was calling on Vi, she was calling Ralph Angel, she was calling Charlie. Nobody was picking up. And that's the got up, and I guess how my DVR ended. So I guess that was the end of the episode. But that was it, y'all. It's like, hopefully comes some resolution at the end. But this book tear the family apart, and they're going through a lot of things right now. So let's see what happens next week. All right, talk to y'all later. Peace.